Hello, Stuart. Greetings. Good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Oh, good night. Okay, bye.
No, I'm Mr. Samuel. I'm Mr. Samuel Truman. That's what we say.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll say things. Stuart, it's very hot in England. We had our heat wave. Well, we're having our absurd heat wave that the country is in no way prepared for because it can't be. And all the wonderful what's it called? Insulation then says, "Ah, you want to be warm in the winter? Well, in the summer, heat cannot escape and there's no air of any kind." So, and it's like, oh. So was it a good idea to make our homes insulation boxes? Yes! Except for the 30 days where it's hatefully sinful.
Or just get central air conditioning. Doesn't
It
matter. It
does,
doesn't matter.
it can't, how? Where would there be space in an English home, as in
Not my
centralized?
problem. I
Why?
would have thought ahead. Fucking English.
Wow. Thought ahead. I like that. Thought ahead, bitch, didn't you? No, sir.
The reason our houses are built for it is because we got such extreme temperatures,
hmm
and
You,
yeah,
you need it for
to survive.
some days. It's like it amazes me. It's a slight tangent on a small tangent. It amazes me how the amount of when floods happen and flood damage happens. It's so elaborate and extreme and damaging. And it's like, oh, we should have had flood barricades and such. It would have cost you 20 million and they would have protected it. Yeah, but you flood once every 10 years. So, put the money into other stuff. And then 10 years, oh, no damage. Oh. So you could have done it, but the money's better spent other ways until one time when you need it. That's the problem with, preventation versus looking at. Hey, so what we did today?
I guess for ranking ships, I don't know. I wasn't responsible for any of this. I'm just showing up.
Excellent. Yeah, that's how we like it. This is you guys generated as ever. We want to go back to some. Not that we ever skip Trek ships ever, but get some core ship love in there. 2 for 1 on the pile of the pay. We'll see you. I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to start sharing. Stuart will see you right now. Back in a minute.
Sure thing. So hit the like button, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell icon to all so you don't miss any content from us. Do the things you need to do. Hit the like button. That's really important. All those things help the analytics. And by all means, super chat or PayPal in with your ship suggestions. We want to talk about your ships, the guys ones that you want us to rank, and we'll see where they fall on the chart. I don't know if we're ranking today or if it's going to be up to you guys with voting. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I just showed up for this. I was busy doing things today, and he scheduled it and did all the planning for it. So there you go. Also, if you want to help the channel out, there's another way to do so. There's a join button down there on YouTube, or you can head over to Patreon/Trekyards and support us over there on a monthly basis. It all means a lot and helps us out immensely. So if you can, please do, or at least consider it. Look at the options and do what you need to do to help us out if you can, because we'd appreciate it. Other than that, I mean, just enjoy the ride, help be part of the conversation. Like I said, we do want to hear from you guys, though, so PayPal or Super Chat in if you can, much appreciated, and it helps to support the channel as well. So lots of ways to interact and help us out. So that's my spiel, and I'm glad it's over because Sam's back. Oh my god, it's amazing,
Amazing.
amazing.
All right.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome.
Mhm.
Ships and shit.
Ships and shit.
All right. Let's get
You should
the.
just name a show that ships and shit.
Maybe.
Get those
All right.
name for these lives.
Yeah, all right, so 16 of you here. It's you guys submit. PayPal, we do recommend, of course. Joe, I'm going to show you something briefly while we wait for the first ship to include, because that's what we are here
I'm still looking
for.
at the slides. Which slide are we on?
I don't know, let's work it out. The one with most alien ships on with my recommendation.
Yeah, you choose to go to which slide you're on, but you're not on a slide.
I
So
don't know, slide. But I did a thing. I spent, I was doing this has been an odds and sods day. It's the first day back to sort of full-time other work, busy. And I spent the whole day making various, and I mean various, ChatGPT based concept art sketches for Star Trek ships. That's to hopefully maybe craft a couple that would be worth discussing and having some mild fun with, because you know, it only got better in recent weeks and months, and I have been very interested in trying to craft some bullshit.
Okay.
If you know what I mean, it's nonsense, but it's keeping on a garden path can sort of craft it. So I'm going to introduce something onto the slides and show you and see what you think. While we wait for you guys to put in your first idea, I'll do a internal one I did, not necessarily a final, as in the idea being that might be interested, guys, if you care to do some more ship based stuff on literally created stuff with, like I said, some structure. So that you can see what slide I'm on. That is a breakdown of a design I did. I asked it for variant things within that. Any thoughts? What do you think?
I mean, cool. I like the layout. They can't see it, but that's okay.
I'm taking. So I use old Rick Sternbach designs as in is a inspiration clearly, and this was I said make some close up details of some areas. Any thoughts on the amount of success?
I think it's very, very successful, actually.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed by the landing legs. There were versions of what I did, and the nacelle. Made a single nacelle ship. Did some weird stuff. It forcibly gave me windows in the bridge module, which I disagreed with. And it's made the face strips internalized, but it is consistent to the rest of the design. And it's been quite interesting. So if you guys are interested in seeing that kind of reverse engineering some Star Trek goodness, maybe.
You guys can put in for that kind of stuff, should you wish to. Absolutely.
First one, wait for our first submission, because you guys control Dominion Bug Ship Stewart, and this is you and me deciding, because we are the bosses.
Sure. I mean, color scheme's cool. As for the ship itself, I mean, definitely lives up to the name Bug Ship. Looks like a scarab beetle of sorts. I don't believe they're as big as they're represented here, though. What are all the Jem'Hadar on board doing? Because I can't imagine what the crew would be doing with each other on the ship. Yeah, okay. Because we know that only the first and the Vorta have access to the view screen via the little headset things.
Yep.
So you need a bridge crew at least to order them around. But I can't see it being like a Starfleet ship. So why do you need windows? I don't know. I just never got a sense it was big, like Defiant sizey. But other than that, I think it's really an interesting, cool design.
I don't remember if the miniature had window LEDs. They've also added them in CG here. And if you can see on the right-hand side of the view, they're extruded rectangles, not actually windows. It's much quicker to make extruding bits of geometry than cut into something. So you could just remove them. But it has to be big enough to be capable, and as we've seen, these things are multi-purpose to the extreme. They can take on battleships, cruisers, fighters, not the Defiant, not a runabout, apparently. Because, scale's a bit more screwy in DS9. We've seen runabouts take them out with 2 continuous phase blasts, which is not very strong.
Exactly.
But they're medium big, without going to the excessive size ships. I think it's so conducive. It's one of those few ships that I think it looks good in a copy and paste fleet. Not every ship does. I think this one kind of does. It has a oomph to it by having more.
These ones look good in a squadron formation for sure. So yeah, and the glows on them are nice. There's glows on the bottom as well. So yeah.
I mean, nostalgia's part of it, but I'd give them at least a high B for my Leica design for an alien, just because it works so well.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. I personally, I'd probably say C, but
we'll put it between B and C, and we'll go as we go, because contrast will be king, as we know.
All right. So there you go. you guys want us to look at your ships, your choices, let us know. We'll decide where that one's going in a minute here, but put between the two for now. One of them took out a Galaxy class starship. Mind you, it was a suicide run. Exactly. I mean, any ship can take out a Galaxy class if you ram into it like that. Let's be honest. Probably even a runabout. It's just smaller. So, that doesn't really mean anything.
I mean, a Bozeman nacelle hit a
Yeah.
Galaxy nacelle and caused a
Scraped
feedback.
it.
Yeah, so it's not their glass cannons, it's that most ships aren't designed to be rammed. Which is fine, but they're not designed for that. That's the old joke about, well, bridge on the top of the ship. Yeah, well, yeah, but you're meant to be in combat. It's not the norm.
Yeah.
It's not the standard.
Coconut says purple was definitely a bad guy color in the late 90s, Earth Final Conflict, the Wraith, etc. Sure.
I mean, the Talon were good guys. What do you mean? What are you on about? What? Oh, you're welcome to throw another one, Stuart, while I wait for the peeps.
Let's see.
That was a good slide for many pre-existing ones. Which I appreciate. Yay for past us.
I'll go with this one.
So there's some that just work on their own, there's some that work in contrast, there's some that work. Ah. Classic.
Good to see you, Robert. Throw in a ship you'd like us to talk about. We'll definitely do that.
Want me to go first?
Sure, yeah. I went first on the last one. So.
Yeah. I mean, Andy did it good when he did it good, didn't he? Well, it's really interesting you pick another, not bug, but, animalistic ship, which does kind of show that the shapes that we associate with other things kind of work. Although nothing in particular, but yet some. Well, it's odd that nothing in the Ferengi physiology links with a crab.
Well, their planet's always wet, so I think there'd be lots of crabs on Ferenginar.
Yeah. So they base their ships on some organic creatures. Okay, I could buy that. Buy that. So. It would have been hella nice to see these. I mean, in this model, you can see the forward shell bays. As with ever these things, to see more depth and detail, but would have been nice to see I mean, we did in Prodigy, but to see these things appear again, but the full detail of a modern model, or like a animated Ferengi miniseries, so that sounds like they have to build a full Marauder, but faithfully would be pretty sweet. Because I'm just picturing if the entire back bit is a bit of engines and a bit of shuttle bay or cargo bay, it could be this giant, expansive, 5-deck, 6-deck, 7-deck space. There's treasure there, there's shuttles there, there's loot there, there's, a very visually impressive thing.
It was nice seeing one in Prodigy. They did a really good job with it. Yeah, I like this thing. I like the idea that Andy had for it to have it articulate with the lower the neck and like have the guns go down and stuff. I don't know if that's something I would have wanted to see more often. I'm kind of glad that it broke because it doesn't need it. I don't think. I think it makes it a little too complicated and not necessary. So I do like the color scheme as well. You got a good sense of scale and size with this thing. And it's funny, it was supposed to be like the new big bad ship, but I'm glad we finally got the Romulan Dideridex to kind of fill that role. Because I don't know. Horseshoe crabs are creepy and all that, but this has a sense of uneasiness to it when you first see it, I think. You're not quite sure what it resembles necessarily, but it kind of throws you off a tad. So, and the color scheme's great. The kind of naturalistic, like brown, kind of rust color, I think really works awesome with the orange. So, yeah, there's a lot I like about this thing. And I'm glad we saw it in Prodigy because it really shone in Prodigy. It looked really good. They did a fantastic job with it. So,
it's those odd things. I think if we were to talk about it now, as in if it was a fresh design, we might say, "Oh, I didn't like Star Trek," because just because it's ingrained in our brains for 30 years, what about it says Star Trek? Right?
Yeah.
No saucer, no secondary hull, no warp you know, they're all there if you tell you what they are, but they're not instinctive in the design. But why would those things have Federation design aesthetic? Don't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but it's such a, I think it's fantastic love piece of media, and underused. I think it could probably overused very quickly, but they could have done with an episode where it was a really gimmicky, powerful ship with all these fun features, and it never quite got that, that moment to shine.
I would like to see more of their fleet. We did see some
Yeah.
shuttles and stuff in Deep Space Nine, but I'd like to see some bigger ships.
Mm.
Like you got to take into account, this is probably like, this is the one that's comparable to the Galaxy class. So are there larger ones
Mm.
with these with different configurations? I want to see a scout ship. I'd like to see different fleet aesthetics, but yeah, maybe they only have one class of ship. I don't know.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that is true. As in, if you've got the, it's not a pirate vessel, but if you've got the Swiss Army knife for ships, do you want anything else? But what about the guy that can't afford this? What about the guy that wants a fast, run and gun ship? Yeah, I wonder why they only, I guess budget is the only real reason, but I wonder why they decided to stick and never make a single second ship. Meaningfully a second
Well,
ship, shall
I don't
notwithstanding.
think I don't think they needed to. Like that's the problem. Well, not really a problem, but when they so the Ferengi were originally supposed to be the big bads, they phased that out. Then the Romulans kind of became that. And we did see like another Romulan ship in the Defector and things like that. So if the Ferengi had carried over to be the big bads, we might have seen more ship designs, and we
Yeah.
might have had a Ferengi ship save the Enterprise E and
Hmm.
Nemesis instead. So we might have seen more classes of Ferengi ships, but
Oh
no, I
gosh,
think
rewriting Nemesis, but swap with the Ferengi. Oh gosh.
yeah.
Human, hi. Well, what's the shins online? It's about, can you see old man? What's the phrase? Oh, have you learned to see the dark? Have you
Yeah.
learned to see the dark, human? I'm your clone. Wouldn't go quite as well. Does icon status make it an A? It's not the most exciting ship in the world, but does it get icon status?
Um, yeah, I think A is probably suitable for this one.
Mhm.
And Canadian Starships is here and says, I want to build a good size model of this. Good to see you,
Mm.
man. How's it going?
Mhm.
Um, but yeah,
I'd
I
like to
got a
see that.
small one. I got a small model of this from the Adversary set.
Ah, some Ferengi had a monopoly on shipbuilding and only
Yeah.
used one design. I mean, there's something to be said that you only make one style of car, which makes it really affordable, and then you buy the car and you modify it after how you want.
Mm.
I could see that. It's just no one ever seems to modify the outside, because that was expensive compared to
Yeah.
building whatever.
I'll put it A for now. Again, these might shift. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to put the bug ship in B for bug,
Mm.
where Sam wanted it. So we'll see how it goes. But guys, we want to hear your odd choices for ships that you want us to rank. So throw them in PayPal or Super Chat, and we will get to those.
It's important.
Mhm.
The ship that could have killed everybody, and did
Well,
several times.
exactly. Uh, I love the design of this thing. It's such an interesting idea. It's a ship built around a weapon, and you can tell as much from its construction, which is great. It's also kind of imposing. I love the kind of claw-like structures on the back, where it just
The
looks like,
claw.
right? It just looks like something that you don't want to mess with. But you can see that it's purpose built around this device. And again, the color is great. I love the blues and the purples. I think those look really great. And the interior, the bridge set was quite interesting as well. Pretty expansive. And just the function of this ship had such a unique purpose. And it really kind of, they used it to full advantage, let's say, changing sectors and quadrants of the timeline. And just makes you wonder though, like all the civilizations that just they winked out of existence, so they never technically existed, even though they did. It's like, what? Why would you do that? Not always intentional either. So I don't know.
Well,
It's a great ship.
well, it's double whammy in that regard. And there's a PayPal stream if you want to start to get those lined up, whatever they happen to be. Two
Sure.
for one, guys. PayPal's the most important one. Goes a long, 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 long way, as you guys know. It's worth and this is a question to everyone in the chat. Voyager proved how time shields were a thing, and then if you literally build a race that's immune by changing time, and then their whole history changes, now they exist in the timeline, and they've now got temporal shielding, and then once the ship was destroyed and all things reset, are you not going to get time echo ships that are immune to timeline changes? Yes, you are. So, how many races of how many ships are the single survivor of the timeline left in the Delta Quadrant? There's going to be one or two, surely. You know?
Yeah.
Because things were designed, were sort of created and destroyed, reset and undone, swapped and tweaked constantly. So there's going to be all this variety of things. I mean, talk about a smorgasbord of alternate history experimentation. He got to experience 100 alternate timelines in different sectors. What could have been. It's a lot of what it could have been. But it's a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely just a bad Babylon 5. Babylon 5.5.
Yeah.
Same team built it, the model. Same team textured it. They used block textures from Babylon 5 for it, but it's still distinct enough. It's not as big as you think. It feels giant, but as you saw in the episode, the Voyager is just the width of, it's very understandable. So it's not actually that big. It's big, but not that big. You put next to a Deredex and it'll feel like a little, lightsaber or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty damn intimidating for what is ostensibly just a multiple balls and arms. It's really intimidating, I think. They did a good job. Good job.
Mm-hmm. I almost want to give this an S slot just because of its unique design and configuration and purpose, honestly. It's one that I think stands out and I think looks more impressive than the Marauder.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a design that shouldn't work, but it does. That's a testament to that shouldn't work. Or, yeah, they're just clever people. Clever people. And obviously that obviously. And that crystal at the front was a big CG trick at the time to have it refracting glass. That was a whole thing it did for something you'll really never notice, the fact that it refracts glass and such, or light and such. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Well, going to our PayPal, we got Schmobuddy, who
Boom.
says the Komar starships from Voyager Virtuoso, specifically Type 1 and 2. Interesting society, orbital shots are great. So we'll pull in one to talk about first, and then we'll go to the second one after that.
Oh gosh, this is a hella... Yeah, man. Okay.
I mean...
Do I have these things broken down? Maybe. Don't know. I have the other one. If the other one's this thing.
Let's see, hold on.
Is that the other one?
Where is it? Oh, yes.
Cool. Super. So I've got that one, but I haven't got the one you have.
I like this one, actually. It feels like a Federation starship, though, like something out of Enterprise. Just where that saucer is, even the color of it. And it feels like a John Eves design with the fins, because it feels like something starship or like X-plane related almost. But I can't say as I really remember this ship necessarily. So this is just based on this image. I think I kind of like the design. It seems basic and kind of rudimentary, but I think that's the point. They're not super advanced society. So yeah, I think it works really well. It's interesting for sure. I'd like to see maybe an orthos of it, but I can imagine what that would look like. So it's not too much of a stretch of the imagination. So yeah, but it feels like an Enterprise era Federation ship to me, or like Earth ship.
More blocky. What a fantastic pull, because you expect us to shill over it because it's a ship that was, from what I remember, the team were asked to go. I believe this is the episode where the Doctor's being a fancy singer, and so they had to have advanced society in orbit, which had a space station, various ships flying around because as a hub. And so they were given, we assume then, right, you got 1 week, build a space station and 3 ships. And it can't be anything we've seen before. Right. So they built very basic geometry ships. They just had to play, right? And this is one of the ones of play. I should probably track this one down because I don't have it lined up. But it's amazing how those, just build some shapes, combine some shapes. does kind of work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing any kind of glows or details, but also it was at this distance in the show, and that's a really great screen cap for the SD. I mean, that's a really well done picture for considering it was from right up close to camera. It's a distinct shape. You're not going to confuse it for anything else. You're not going to, you know. Trying to think how would you apply it otherwise? Imagine if the two arms attached to the knot saucer were like mega phases.
Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh.
I feel like supports or like braces for like just for structural integrity or some
They
sort.
do. A necessity, not an aesthetic choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that red thing is hiding a secret. You know, is warp drive, and those things are there to kind of secure their back pylons to it. Which, you know, if you have to, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, are we gonna set the precedent that if we dislike something it gets F, anything we dislike doesn't get an F? Because I don't dislike it in any particular way. There's definitely worse designs, but you know.
I don't know. We'll go as we go. I don't know. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean it should be an F.
Also true. Also true. Where are you thinking? Where are you thinking?
First one I was thinking D personally.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we never got a chance to see more of it, and you know, this is rather more primitive style design. But honestly, for a ship of the week, it's unique. We don't have
A ship of the minute. It wasn't even a ship of the week.
Yeah, a background ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's why there's a episode of Voyager where there's the race, and they'd populate an entire space station, and they grabbed loads of ships because they just didn't have, you know, they did not have assets. They grabbed everything they could from DX9 and Voyager. And so all this stuff is like, well, that's only in this one episode, and the one it was built for, etc. And it's real, you know, a lot of stuff is
Oh, I was just gonna show the screen cap of this one.
Interesting. I like your shot better. We'll use mine as well because it's, you know, HD.
Yeah, but I mean, this shows off like.
Yeah.
Look at that. The strut, the pylon thing that goes up above it. I mean, that looks very reminiscent of some of the stuff we've seen lately. I think I can't quite place what, but also the multiple nacelles or spire things coming off, I think look really great. The color is fantastic. The yellow is an interesting choice.
Yeah, when do you ever see yellow? Exactly. In a good way.
Yeah.
Let me.
So
the wonderful SD of it. Yeah, good find. This is my. Which is also very dark for some reason. So that's the which, in fairness, they complement each other. Like that's two very different perspectives.
Well, the top view looks much better. When I see the angle of yours, I'm not a big fan. It feels like something in a cheap like B movie, like a 1950s or 60s kind of B movie feel.
It's as if you're not meant to see a made in 2 hours ultra background ship in HD. Wait, what's HD? Oh, a thing for movies. Yeah, no. We don't do it to that.
Because it looks really good in the screen cap shot. I really like the dynamic look of that.
Yeah.
Then you see it from that other angle, and it's like, oh well, it's very, very, very simplistic. I don't know. I prefer the screenshot personally.
I like how it's. I would assume Equinox existed at this point. So it's giving off that front vibes, which is absolutely fair.
Yeah.
And I kind of like how just shoved in just insets of squares to add windows, which reminds me what makes me think as if it's trying to be, I don't think it's designed this way, but as if it's a cruise ship where you have these giant relaxation areas and they just have giant windows. And it's such an arbitrary thing for me to think that, but knowing the planet and the vibe, I kind of get that vibe from it. And then the ring, which can be the VIP rooms. You're on the ring, sir. The ring, yes, sir. Next to the other rich people. Oh, excellent. Good.
Yeah, it does kind of give off a feel of something like that for sure. Like Flotsam Paradise.
Oh, great film. And you can literally see the polygons.
Yeah.
And that's okay. We'll be finding out how long that was built, how quickly that was built. Because it's not long.
Not long.
But that's why I commend them. This is still not shit. It's not good, but ain't shit.
Mhm,
So the question
mhm.
then is, it certainly is your shot. Looks cooler. The blur helps. The blur helps. Where would you place it? Is it better or worse than the other one?
See, that's the thing. If I just gone on the screenshot, I would have given it a C for sure. But I think based on the overallness of it, I probably end up putting this one at a D as well. I think it's one that deserved a little more. I mean, a lot of these ships probably deserve a little more fleshing out, but honestly, that the way they filmed it and put it for the screenshot, I think looks really great. I don't want to give it a C though necessarily.
What was the episode called again? I wanna look at it from there.
Virtuoso. Um, so let's see what you guys are doing. We got 22 of you here, 19 likes. Guys, hit that like button. Let's get those likes up. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Maybe. Yes, we can. We can't. You can. Sorry. I should clarify.
That's true. We're just
Um,
here looking pretty. I think this is. I think you'd probably agree. This is a design that if you took the outline, the shapes, and fresh modeled it, fresh team, fresh perspective, fresh sense of scale, and willing to add curves where there's obviously no curves, I think you could really make something pretty decent. I think give it a low C and see if it moves out of just what could be. Because you know what, if it's only got 12 polygons, the design might be good, just low polygons.
okay.
That might seem ridiculous when anything bigger comes across, but that's okay. That's okay. And Richard, you get 2 on Super Chat, so please do. So just tell us another one you want to do.
Well, he says ships, so I assume there's more from that episode.
Oh.
Because
Hmm.
no, delete that. Come on, this is the one I wanted. Copy.
I mean, I know the ship from Void. I know the. I have to go searching for the ships. But I suppose it is a.
Because we got this one from that episode.
Yep. The
It's
night
probably the
ship
best view
itself.
of it because it's nice and bright.
Yeah, I do have a render if you want a render.
Oh, fine then. Be all fancy.
Also quite dark. I like yours more. Yeah, I've always liked this ship. I think it's quite cool, I'll be honest. And very simple, but effective. I
I should
like
probably
it.
read Richard's thing that we're talking about. £10,
Yes.
so thank you. The Void ships from the Voyager episode Night. There you go. But yeah, this feels like it could be an alien weapon. You got a little trigger slot, you just turn it, and you got like a gun shape. But I like the idea behind the shape of the ship, that it's more of a vertical design, not horizontal. I think that's kind of neat. So definitely looks alien. I think that's a really cool look. Yeah.
I think it's pretty great. I think it's effective. It's wonderfully unused in the episode, as in you see it, but you don't see it. You know? And
Mhm.
imagine a ship where you as an artist saying, right, it has to be organic because cool, but you don't need to bother texturing it very much effort because we're not going to see it. we're gonna we're gonna. I'm sure it wasn't quite zero black levels in that episode, but pretty close. A lot of glows, that span the whole design. I like it. I think this for me works as well as the bug ship in a very different way. But I think it's successful in that regard.
Yeah, I would say B for, I think it's better designed than C and D. So a little bit more thought put into it. So yeah, absolutely. I think these are very acceptable. Now,
Nice.
were there other ships from that episode that you can think of that you want to put in? Because I
I would
think there
have
are
to
more ship
research and
designs.
try and find the second of the other champs, which I can, but I have not got my drive with the
Okay,
episodes on it currently.
let me put those at B, and let's see if I can find anything.
But Tony, if you want to jump to the first super chat, then I will continue to find. We can double
PayPal,
back.
you mean?
Do not worry.
Mark Lawrence throws in $5. I kind of like the small Nausicaan ships from Enterprise, but why? All right, so Nausicaan ship coming in. There it is. It feels like an incomplete ship to me, although I do like the kind of configuration of it. It feels like there should be more going on. Feels like the head of some kind of ship, not just the ship itself. But get no real sense of scale with it because you got the green glows, but no real. Well, I mean, you got windows at the front of that bridge section, I guess. But
Actually, pretty big by that logic.
yeah, exactly. So it feels like the head of like a water moccasin snake. It's got that kind of feel to it, and even the color. It looks like it has eyes and like teeth because of the antenna. It's actually quite imposing when you look at it that way. So can imagine it'd be quite maneuverable as well. But yeah, it's an interesting enough design. Again, the green is a nice choice and really works well there. So the green and the kind of whole colorish, like rusted color again. But yeah,
It
interesting.
it's another. I mean, it does say John Eves, but not John Eves with his own. It's not John Eves doing a variation. John Eves is John Eves doing a shape that he liked.
Well, it feels like the one Romulan ship from Picard season one that
Oh
Merrick was
yeah,
flying, the Snakehead or whatever. It's got that kind of feel to it.
but of course it's the reverse. That feels like this, and they are yeah when you
Yeah.
that would be very similar. They feel very similar for sure. Hey, Darth Cisco, welcome, welcome. I like your logo. Johnny's of course here as well. It's funny. For me they're this might sound silly. They're wonderfully generic. These Nausicaan ships. They look a little mean, but I think that's due to the pointy things and slightly sharp feel. That sharp, but slightly sharp. But
Mhm.
it doesn't say Nausicaan to me. But what would?
Exactly.
Right? They look good in a pack because they don't feel intimidating by themselves that much.
Yeah.
But then also, if that's the point of them, then three, moving, yes. Oh no, they're. I mean, look at the curves. I mean, that's a great example. The bug ship you can see down there, built at a different time, much more hard edge geometry as it had to be. This is all curves, right? You can see it. It feels more detailed, but to me, it kind of feels less detailed in regards. Like it's almost relying on its curves to not have details. Does that make sense? Compared to the bug ship, I mean, it feels like there's a lot more details to me. Even
Yeah.
though it's a simpler model made 2 decades or a decade earlier. What do you think? Because I'm not in love with this. I respect it, but I'm not in love with it.
I was initially going to say B because there's two other alien designs there that are quite interesting. This one also kind of follows that vein.
Mm.
I think it's probably better than the one in C.
Yes, because we'll give
So
that points for could be better, like what we can envision it. So that is yeah, that is
yeah.
fair.
So I think I'll put it in B for now,
Mm.
and we'll see where we
Mhm.
go. All right.
Mm.
Did you find any other ships from Night?
No,
No. Okay, that's fine. All right. Next up, we've got a PayPal from Schmobody again. Thank you so much for the $5 PayPal. Kraylor Medical Transport 136 Nightingale. Uh, my second favorite reuse of this hull upscaled.
reuse is right.
So the one on the left here.
The one that you recognise as being totally not. Nope, that's the Bomar. The other one, haha. You never know what
The
that is. Ha 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 ha.
Peregrine fighter, yeah. Kind of silly. Not an awesome design. Never been a fan of the Peregrine, and when you add just more windows to make it look bigger, it doesn't really help much. It's very industrial. It feels very eh. I don't know. It's nothing really special about this one to me. And looking at this render, I mean, just seeing the rows of windows the way they are looks very simplistic and kind of almost childish in the design. It doesn't feel dynamic in any real way. Um, yeah, just it's an absolute reuse of not a fantastic design. Let's put it that way. So I don't know where I'm going to place it yet, but okay.
Okay, yeah, I found two other ships that we can look at, which is good. We'll include those in a mo. So I feel like if you didn't see DS9, you wouldn't know what the Paragon Fighters were. If you skipped those episodes, you wouldn't know what the Paragon Fighter was. And if it was on a small TV screen and they were both small, you wouldn't know what it is either. So the fact this is used, I don't think most fans were going to notice. Most just being 51%, right? You know, it's like using just a really rare ship once. It's like the drone ship from Enterprise. It was a one-off in Voyager. Do you remember it in Voyager? Not really, because it's barely used. We'll just use it and save all the money, right? Fine. It was so unused, right? So this, I think, is a fine shape to reuse. I wish they'd done a bit more to change it, because I get it's all part of the vibe, right? It all comes together. But keeping the pulse phasers on the wings, keeping the back spoiler, the line thing, just add more shit to that, or move it, or take the geometry and do this. It takes seconds to do more. All they did was they recolored it and added a few things and added window places. Fine, cool. But they could have done a lot more, relatively speaking.
Just remove that back roll bar and those blocks.
Yeah.
Just take those off. It's simple.
Yeah.
Scoop the wings forward a bit.
Or even back. Add something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or flip the wings. That might not look good. But yeah, it feels like they... And it is the prominent piece of the episode, right? Is it as bad? This is an honest question. I think I know the answer, but is it quite as bad as using the Akira for the NX-01 and just verbatim using so much so that you're instantly recognized as being both? Is it quite that egregious, or is it
worse?
Well, worse. Okay.
This is worse than that because there's not many changes. You put a Paragon beside this, and the only real difference is quote unquote scale.
I meant from producer perspective, like obviously they did modify it more because it was a hero ship.
I don't know. I'm not a moron. I don't have that mindset. I would want something completely new.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Decent episode though. I do like Nightingale. It's a good concept. The amazing landed shot of the ship. But yeah, it's I can't not see it.
Yeah.
It's a good texture, in fairness. They added a lot of detail to it, but it's like, I guess it's a different show's creation, so I was like, well, you know.
Here's the thing.
Oh.
I like the design of the one in D much better. That's all I'm going to say. I'll let you do the final call for where it goes.
I will. I mean, I think D, just because they put a lot more work and time into it than D's.
Sure.
But that is a low bar. It did look nice in the episode. It could cloak. Woohoo.
It'd probably look better cloaked, you know?
I see what you did there.
Just like watching your fan films blindfolded with the sound off. They're fucking amazing.
Well, and the Foley ones at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I meant.
How embarrassing.
And we'll finish up that one, and then we'll go back to the night one. So next up is the Bomar patrol ship, fun fleet of numerous tiny ships.
The Bomar, the big, we'll save the day ones, I think, in an episode.
I can honestly say I don't really remember this.
There was quite a few. Well, that helps. The swarm ship.
Oh. Which episode? I don't remember the swarm ships. Sorry. The only swarm ships I think of are the ones from Star Trek Beyond. Slit her throat. This reminds me of Alice for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Raven. They were trying to go after Seven and get the. They were fighting her.
Gotcha. I mean, this one I like a lot better than one we were just talking about. Because it feels more original. The colors are great. There's a lot of detailed paneling. It feels like a small little zippy ship. And that's kind of the point. It feels like a one person, possibly at the most two, but yeah, a fighter type ship. And I think it works. There's nothing sticking out that doesn't need to be there. It all feels very compact, very thought out, very minimalistic. And I think it's a really cool design. I mean, I can see it fitting in with other franchises probably as well. There's something so simple about it. It just could be used for multiple things. So Yeah, I like it. I think it's probably better than the last one we were discussing. I don't think it would deserve a D. Let's put it that way.
Well, for me, it feels like a Babylon 5 ship, and that
Yeah.
it's a shape that's distinct with detail that isn't, but the flue flourishes. And if you, I found a shot of it from the show, and the back view is a lot of what you see, and there's a lot of nice layering of green elements, which look really nice at the back, and it really pops in darkness. So that I give it full credit for. I think it's bigger than a fighter just from the way it's in the show. Not like giant, but bigger. And it's literally a cockpit, and it's like a runabout, right? It is a cockpit, but
Yeah.
it's a fuselage more than whatever. Yeah, it's the epitome of just really simple. Like I don't even know if you need to sketch this necessarily. You know, you could just have someone CGI models just say make a this shape. Not in a bad way. It's very efficient. But yeah, it's definitely I think something you'd forget by the end of the episode. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I would say
It's generic.
I'd say the C is a more distinct design. You will remember that more for its oddness.
Sure, but at the same time, this is a more generic design that I think could have been repurposed and reused, or
Yeah.
just adding a few things,
Mm-hmm.
much more so than the Peregrine Fighter, which is very much it's very recognizable once you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This one I think could have fit in more of a
Mm.
generic kind of vibe and been used more. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I
Maybe it
mean
was.
the pure artistry. I don't think it was. I think this is pretty much its only use. The artistry
Mm.
of the everything ship from TNG, the big one being Shellyak. You know, like they did so much to make it feel not look different, but feel different. Yeah, you make this thing copper, brown, red. You add some cannons to the top. You add a warp engine to the bottom. Boom, it's a different feel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you thinking
You
though?
want? I was thinking C personally, but
Mm-hmm.
you think C?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like Alice. It's not aiming for much, but it does it well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also that's what it's aiming for, right?
All right. So what's the next one from Knight for Richard Lowell's second one?
Oh, sorry.
You said you found another one?
Yes. So this is. I mean, so the cheeky way of saying other things that are very specific and yet are from other things, if that makes sense. Uh,
Hmm.
but that they were good at just using some other stuff, which I appreciate because what have we got in the buffer? So one of them was the. It's not Malon, is it? Not Confederacy. It's the guys that were stealth peeping tom people.
The Devore?
Nope, those are the
No.
creepy versions of that. The peeping tom hierarchy. There you go.
Hmm.
That was on the
Okay.
ships, and that's the fancy light rig.
Oh,
hmm
that's fucking cool.
Only in a
See,
couple episodes.
I like that configuration because it feels creepy, insectoid like almost. The details are quite interesting. They feel like scales, and just the configuration of it is unique. I like that a lot, actually. Wouldn't say, if at first glance, I wouldn't say this is Star Trek. I would say this is probably like Lex or something. It feels like it fits into another show much better, but I like this. The color scheme looks again dark and imposing. It's quite an interesting design, honestly. I get bat vibes from it, like a bat hanging upside down with its wings folded. Kind of has that feel to me. So it's got a creep factor to it, which is interesting. Again, doesn't feel very big based on this, but because I mean, no sense of scale with no windows necessarily. I got those ones at the front, and if those are in fact windows, then it's quite small. So yeah, it's interesting. And this is one that we've never talked about. Like this has been a good live because you guys have pointed out some good background type ships that we normally wouldn't even necessarily think of. So thank you. More of that. Put in your PayPal's or super chats. Remember, PayPal $5 gets you two choices. Uh, on super chat, 5 will get you one choice. So PayPal's better. So go over there and throw in a 5 and give us two ships. We'll talk about them.
It's very
We have the
important
power.
as YouTube is being a real bleep.
Yep.
Ooh, YouTube. Yeah, I mean this one is ones that they were so underused. These guys, because they were there and they're the sort of the bulbousy people the spying pool. Great concept. The ultimate, they don't want to do combat. They want to do exploration via spying, the end systems. I mean, come on. EMH's dream episode where he has 7 of 9 rub his crotch with a leg. Iconic episode, right? Iconic. But you don't remember it for these guys, even though this is the point of the episode, right? This is the thing. And I love the fact that, yeah, it's just, a cool, curved, really simple design. But having all those little spires with all the heli, radio, wave, sensor things, it's cool. It just kind of comes together while being very, very simple model-wise and simple. But, I mean, really, if you took away the panel plates, it'd be nothing. But kind of the way it's artistically, there you go, put together.
Artistically.
And I wonder what the intention was. There's one particular one, if you can see on this, well, it's both sides, but on the left, just, oh wait, I can move cursor. This bit. That thing, do you see it? On the sides?
I couldn't see your cursor, but...
Oh, it's on the left. So that bit, where there's like a line that's like a great thing that goes actually into the hull, and it's very intentionally into the structure of the hull on the left hand. Yeah. Why is that going into the ship?
Why not?
Yeah. Don't know. It's intriguing.
Must have a purpose. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it tells you something, right? I don't know. I like it. Very underused. For a lot of aliens, they weren't necessarily like, right, we'll go full force on these things to Voyage. Like, oh, move on.
I would have liked to see more of this. I like this design. It's such an oddball, off the cuff kind of weird design. I think it's really great. Shows a lot of original thinking and kind of uniqueness, which I appreciate. For me, I want to put this at a B, at least.
Hot damn.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely. That's the nice thing about Voyager. All the different all the different shows, the different levels of detail they can do, and so it's similar but not the Nausicaan, but it is more interesting. Would you agree it feels weak in the sense of it could be shot out of the sky quite easily? Doesn't have a
no.
Really?
I get the sense that it's more powerful than it looks.
Well, that could be true.
It just feels like it's something you wouldn't want to mess with. Okay. Now, Richard Law did say, yeah, you got a little mixed up on the episode, but it's okay. Okay. Sorry, Richard.
Go with B. Go with B. I see your logic, and now C is certainly an odd duck by itself. It is funny to do really odd ships that aren't like Enterprise A. It's like you got to think and you got to compare, and that's the point, right? I like it.
Yes. Yes, indeed. All right. So we currently don't have any PayPals or super chats. So guys, throw in your suggestions. These have been great so far. Ones that we necessarily might not have thought of. So keep it up. It does help support the channel as well, which keeps us doing what we want to do, which is this, hang with you guys.
We do want to keep doing it. Don't want to have to stop. Let's do. That's not fair. But a bit more Voyager love, because this is a properly distinct design, right? There's not that many ships in Voyager that actually go full hog, where it's a small ship, so they've got to be more detail. It's a hero ship which you get close to, so more detail. They actually have to push themselves to make actually a detailed model. I think it's one of the most detailed ones that Voyager did for those one-offs. Stealth ship, the coaxial drive.
Coaxial, yeah. It feels very Star Wars. It feels like it was made by the same company that made the Snowspeeder, just because of the canopy. I don't know. Yeah, I think it feels more like a Star Wars design. Change some of the detailing and get rid of that like stripe of color or light up stuff on the back. You could definitely make it a Star Wars type design. But again, it feels very industrial, very utilitarian. It has the sharp pokiness. Feels like almost like a medical device of some kind. It's got that kind of vibe to it. It just looks interesting. Like it's purpose built for something.
Would you?
Coaxials, right? Yeah. And could those be emitters then on the front instead of like weapons? Yeah. Even on the sides as well. Yeah. Sure. There you go. Perfect. But yeah, it does look very snow speederish to me, at least the top part. So, like I said, it would fit easily into Star Wars. No problem at all. Maybe make one. Oh, there's this is the same ship then. This one over here.
Yes. Yes, that's gonna
Where are
love you.
the fronts?
Because we got close in the episode, right? So we, we have more views.
Yeah, let's change
It's
that.
funny, that side view gives me Independence Day fighter vibes, just how it goes backwards, the second half of the hull. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
I love the snow speed. I mean, we have discussed this before, not fully, but yeah, that's a really interesting. I do agree with that. But with obviously so many changes, it's not inspired by it, right? It's just it comes together. But I really do like it for me. It's not one design in particular. It's not just it's a bug. It's projecting and details forward. It's not that. It's not just a simple fighter. It's got more going on. It's not just a simple ship. It's got those indent detail bits that feel intended. It's kind of an effective craft, really. And then the good panel lines with the nice red highlighted bits that have a bit of intent. Little known fact, the prongs, you see the prongs? They were reused for, chicken or egg, which came first, I don't remember, but those are the same prongs are on the drone ship from Enterprise, which of course was a ship from Voyager. So they're the same prongs, just shared across generations. So a little side, because they were there, right? We had them and built them. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I also like how
don't make a right.
I also kind of like that my brain infers a bit more from this than is true. In that the way it's built, my brain sees those winglets, those wingtips that were the blue bits, as being take-offable. They're so interchangeable feeling. There's a line to the plate that you could just add them on, change them on, do more with it, upgrade them,
They do feel stuck on. Like,
yeah.
you could take those off easily and it would still be a cool design. Actually, maybe feel a bit better. But like I said, it feels utilitarian. Like, those are there because it's experimental. There's something that had to be added to the design. Because they don't feel purpose put there. It throws off the overall like shape.
Well, it gives it more of a fighter vibe because it gives you those apparent aft side weapons. Well, same thing. The front, the way that the lines are, you visualize you could take off all the pincers, all the plating, and put a version 2, version 3. Iterate, which I actually really like. I don't know if that's intentional, but let's be honest. Even the back blade bits, again, you could pull it straight out, put it in. It has an interesting multi-purpose feel for the same purpose or interchangeable. Yeah, it's a for Independence Day could be so many other franchises. Could easily be in Stargate, not as a Gould ship, but in Stargate. Could easily be in Star Wars, as you said, like a techie ship. Like, and for me, this looks like, if you're going Star Wars, a very high grade Imperial like stealth tactical, like a very purpose built craft. Because of the blacks and the color palette, not the tiness, but the color palette and sort of harsher lines.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? So I think we like it, but how much do we like it?
I was going to say C for this one.
What stops it being in B though?
Because B has such unique design language. A lot more organic shapes, a lot more thinking outside the box. This feels like I said, like a Star Wars ship. It's more basic. There's more square, hard edges. It feels like something that could be worked on and made a little bit better with a few tweaks here and there. So for me, I personally want to give it a C. But
so you think it's in the box, but it's a nice edge of the box, sleek, well done, but edge of the box thinking.
Yes, yeah.
But would you say it's better than other things in C?
No, it's about the same. First one in C, I'm not the biggest fan of. The second one, though, I really liked. I think it's kind of along those lines.
Okay. I'll go for C then.
Excellent.
Sci-fi guy, he's right. He's right. Liking does help the channel as well.
Yes. All right.
Where do you want to go next?
I'll just hold on a second. Let me do this. This one here, whatever this is.
Whatever this is, babe. You know what it is. It's the Vidian ship, you know.
Oh, Vidians. There you go. This feels like a TNG ship of the week. It's got the same color palette as most of those did. Kind of that yellowy kind of ick color. uh, Obviously a little bit different than the typical ship of the week from TNG, but it has that vibe to it. And no real interesting things stand out to me. Uh, Again, size quite large by the looks of it. That's great. But it's kind of all right, isn't it? We're kind of following the same vibe with this one as we have with the other few that people have suggested. Kind of a weird ship that's not used super often. I mean, yeah, we saw the Vidians a few times, but it's just kind of all right. But yeah.
Aha.
Bringing in a new render.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I use this for a film. I rather liked using it. So I'll say I appreciate it more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's certainly from a very enjoyable couple of episodes of Voyager where the crew gets split and the crew that has a shit time survive, which is such a phenomenal twist to the piece. And the team really worked hard to have this thing, you know, fire its tow cables and rip the hull apart. And it's a lot of work went into that episode. It was done twice because we had them go back into the episode and then they do so many shots for it. So the same stuff was done twice, but in different ways, which is great. And then it's also reused in Voyager again as a small ship, and the hardware is reused again. Because I'm pretty sure it is a TNG ship that they modelled for Voyager separately as a reference to, you know, old. That's why it's kind of, you're right, it's somewhat. But then they kept modifying it, not a ton, but enough. But I got a soft spot for this. I think it's intimidating in its own way. Most scale, right? Scale's a lot of it, but I really like the plus a Cardassian there, but it's kind of does a bit of everything, but I think in really well balancedness. Like I like the fact that these pinners, I like the fact that it has these pontoony nacelle details. I like the fact that there's the back supports with the engine glows. I like a lot of it, quite a lot. I think it's one of the more standout, it works design pieces. I never think they improved upon, as in the variants they did after as kind of a kitbash. I think they messed up the vibe. So I think this is pretty solid.
Well, it does have Cardassian feeling roots to it almost, even the color palette. And again, it almost has a manta ray look as well.
Very much so, which doesn't fit Vidian at all. But also they weren't that at the start. Right?
Exactly, yeah.
They were artists and poets and then became... It's like whenever you think the Kazon ships, oh, the Kazon ships don't feel like Kazon. They weren't, they were Trabe. So they shouldn't. So, same thing, the routes from where we got A to B wouldn't be apparent from what we know of them, right? Yeah. So,
well, the interesting thing with the ship is you could reuse it. Like the back could be the front. Just imagine it going away from you, and this is the shot you get. I definitely think it works a little bit better almost in that regard. But,
well,
yeah.
I have one quick example of another variant that was done. Which same way, but they modified it a bit. Yeah. So I don't like that as much.
No. Definitely feels like tacked onness going on.
Because it was! I was the reptile ship for that one episode of Voyager. Exactly. Doesn't even have a name. See, I kind of wanted to give it a low B because I think it's very much as effective as the thingy with the thingy there. No, Norscan. Like I prefer it to that design personally.
Yes, me too.
And I think there is one episode where there's more than one of them, and the scale, right? But it's such like a oh no, kind of vibe. Can you imagine if the Vidians were the first? If they were the actually there you go. Question to you. Hey, Olivia said, good to see you. Imagine if the Vidians were the Kazon instead, and that's who the first found. Exactly as the Vidians were, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first battle had been this Vidian ship and a small Vidian
Yeah,
ship. Would that have been a more successful start? 'Cause that's pretty horror, right? What do you think?
I would say so. Yeah, I always thought the Vidians were much more of a threat than the Kazon ever were. So yeah, and plus they've got a lot going from, like you said, the horror factor. They got that very unique, terrifying kind of yuck kind of look to them. It's something that you could be afraid of. The Kazon just came off as kind of clownish. Let's be honest. So yes, absolutely, I would say yes, and I agree with a B slot for this as well.
I mean, that would be a hell of a different vibe, though. Literally being. So, who's your first enemies? Oh, just a race of genetically destroyed aliens who need to harvest skin to live and organs, and every one of you will die horribly as all of your organs being taken.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant.
What? We had Klingons and Cardassians who are a bit dickish, and here we've got mutilation aliens. Yeah, yeah. They were season 1, so it's not like I'm jumping the gun. They were season 1.
Mm.
And the first time I see them, the guy's face, and they swap actors mid-scene because the guy's face is horrible. It's great.
Horrible. Yeah.
Horrible.
All
I love
right.
it. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
So next
Oh,
up, we've got
yes.
Richard Lau, who throws in £5. So thank you so much, Richard. Ancient Generation ship from Lower Decks, the
Oh.
episode Moist Vessel.
Ah. Very nice.
Yes, yes, yes. Hit the like button, guys. If you haven't already, we have 26 of you here and 28 likes, which is great. Can we get 2 more likes though to get to 30? And a couple more super chats and PayPals, guys. Throw them in. We want to talk about, and we got a good trend here with some interesting ship designs. So it's not just like, hey, Enterprise.
I like bringing in the low decks, and that is a great shout of something else to bring in. Because there's a lot of one-off ships. That and this might sound a bit harsh, but the competition currently is anyone's game, right?
Yeah.
For getting those top tier, because a lot of this comes to comparisons, right? If we're only having Bird of Prey and a Deredex, then B's and C's might look a bit more well. But currently the game has been played. All right, thoughts?
It looks like a locust. Yeah, I like this design. It feels, again, obviously super organic, to the point where it looks like a locust, man. It looks like a bug. I like this design. I think it's really great. The size is quite impressive as well. And yeah, this is top marks for creativity. Lower Decks really did a fantastic job with their ships. This is a standout. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's fantastic.
My whatever reason, my brain says, is that like a matte digital 2D painting? Because I remember they said they didn't want to do a fully fancy 3D version of the Three in season 1, and a couple of things were purely like the pack that are purely paintings, which seems in season 1 because they're not very much, right? Detail painting. Whereas we can't do a whole show like that because they got to move. So I'm wondering, because that has a painterly quality to it.
Oh, absolutely, it does. Yeah,
Not a bad thing, and in fact, it works with the abstractness of the scale. Because try and understand this, like in terms of like breaking down the scale. Because Trekyards is not a small ship, Stuart. As you know, she's a big ship.
yeah, absolutely.
So this is a big ship on steroids. I mean, how would this feel against a Deredex? Right? Pretty screw you big. Yeah, you can imagine Tomalak being like, no, not today. Zoom. We're also going to do Red Dwarf vibes. And actually, now looking at it, my brain sees something. Let's see if you agree. I wonder if you see the head, right? 3 giant neck pieces. It feels oh Jesus Christ. It
There's only
feels
one
if
giant
there
neck
is no. Stay on target. Stay on target.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
You see the way the head pieces come out of the shell. I feel like you
Yes.
could almost can go
Yep.
back in and be more of a compact design. If something's
I feel like
happened,
it's short and it grows and then it goes short again. Is that what you mean?
I think it goes in and out of its housing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
As needed, depending on how exciting the mission is.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. could get some kind of functionality there like that. Yeah, absolutely. It does feel like that. It's a cool design. That's what I'm saying.
It's such design. Yeah, I don't know how the hell it works. Don't know how it could possibly work. Don't know what anything means. They've gone very bug, but wouldn't it be cool if they're I said non-sentient there, non-bipedal life forms? This begs for like flying creatures, like bug life, like Genosians, you know, like something that's really different. This just yeah.
Genosians, I like that. Absolutely.
Or even as you've there's a really fun debate once about the G1 ships, how they had to build bigger ships to fit bigger, but then they had to, like, the chairs are weird. All the scales are off because the robots are off, as into human size. And then you put humans in it, it's a big, you know, all that stuff. So it'd be really, I see this and I see a ship where the people in it are bugs, and they're bigger than 6 foot, like they're properly giant to kind of offset that. So it's not a 100-deck ship, it's a 45-deck ship with bigger people. That's what I see. What do you guys think? And we've still got 45 minutes to go. I think at least another 20 on PayPal will be absolutely essential. Help us out if we can. Yeah, this thing, I think it was not used really at all, but that's okay. The design is so strong. Is it gimmicky? Probably a little bit, yes, because it's so like, look at the bug. But it's pretty damn effective.
Yeah, could be a Zindi reptilian ship, man.
Or it's insectoid, you mean?
Yeah.
Or like or actually no, it looks like it could be a hybrid of all the Zindi put together. They've kind of like melded. You know, it's a bit bug, a bit, yeah.
Yes, indeed. I want to put this at like an A.
I will agree, and people will judge us. But I think you can argue that, if that makes sense. I think there's, yeah.
There's a uniqueness going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Which you're more likely to see in animation than live action.
Yeah, it would look, not necessarily silly, but it would look less serious. Just kind of the same thing in live action, I think. Were you to move over? Yeah. Not necessarily a bad thing, just a thing. All right, I think we have another tremendous lady coming in.
Yeah, Olivia throws in $5. Sorry I'm late. Should be. But the Bajor resistance fighter that can't go to warp.
Yes, which I have a shot of here. I always forget that episode exists. Because I built a whole, shuttle set for it. Oh, there.
Richard Law says kind of reminds me of Starbug from Red Dwarf. Yeah, absolutely. It looks like the Starbug mothership. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you frame it in that way, yeah.
Oh boy. Again, this feels like a Star Wars.
Who are you, Sam from Quantum Leap?
Right. Oh boy. Yeah, this feels like a Star Wars ship again. Throw an Imperial symbol on there. Looks like some kind of shuttle. The cockpit feels very tacked on, not really incorporated in very well. Feels like it was scaled wrong. I said, just leave it, go with it. But also the side window feels very much like the Type 6 shuttle from TNG. Just kind of the shaping there on the side window. But yeah, it's simple. Doesn't feel Bajoran to me at all. Doesn't have the right proper Bajoran colors. But that's what I'm saying. With the color the way it is, throw an Imperial symbol on that, and I wouldn't look twice. Be like, okay, cool. It's an Imperial shuttlecraft of some kind. It does what it's supposed to do ship-wise. It feels like it's nothing special. It just feels generic sci-fi, honestly. So no real glows, nothing really stands out as feeling Star Trek. But that's fine.
That's how you really feel, Stuart.
I'm not a big fan of the Bajorans, so
they're coarse and they're rough and everywhere.
Sure, yeah.
And I mean, I certainly agree with you on most of the things. There's a few caveats here, of course. It's a resistance cobbled together fighter that was also old and found and put together. So the fact this rudimentary works, And so I actually love. I didn't even thought that the cockpit not feeling connected. It's presumably two different craft they've shoved together to make it, which actually kind of works. But I actually really like what you said about it being very much a Star Wars craft, because it does kind of have that Imperial or a sort of fighter vibe.
Yeah.
But and this was the real point. I forgot. I reminded myself in my sentence. This looks to me as if you're doing a, not cheap, but if you're doing a rip-off of Star Wars in the 80s, and you needed a hero fighter that was like borrowing from X-Wing, borrowing from Buck Rogers, and just sort of let's build it to fight the new Imperium. Luke Jedi fight. No, that sort of thing kind of has that almost spoof mindset. Because it's just sort of is exactly what it needs to be on a tin, right? I prefer the main fighter we see, but not by a lot. And I definitely see Peregrine wings, the way those are shaped and the plating. One of the same model are built both models, because it feels very like that's a Peregrine wing. It isn't. It's not the same shape, but it feels very much so. It's just a bit boring, and unlike and that's the thing, Bomar is much simpler. But this is not exactly exciting. I do think it's better than the Nightingale, though, for various reasons. So does it eke into C?
No, I don't think so. C's got a uniqueness.
This
I
is
want to
not.
give this. Sorry, B's got a uniqueness. C is, it fits right alongside.
I mean, Steth's is better, hands down. I mean, put as a low D or a high D then, because I think just
high D.
Yeah.
Higher than the other two, do you think?
Yes, but
all right. So we're gonna start doing this to delineate the.
I like it.
Cool.
Oh.
All right, we got Olivia again with $10. Thank you so much, Olivia. Says, did you know Stuart hates the music in the animated series? Yes. Also, would you count the USS Beagle, the ring ship from the last episode of Lower Decks, since it's not from our universe? Yes, we would, absolutely.
Okay, I like it. Thinking outside of the universal box.
Just give me 1 second here.
Okay, Beagle. Good cheat. I like it. I like how our video is on the top. Yes. Excellent.
Sorry about that. All right.
Oh, it did the classic thing where it was better resolution than it implied. So I'll let you talk about it while I try and reverse engineer the better one, because that is not what I had a second ago, you dick.
Yeah, ring ship that didn't have warp capabilities, but it had a multi-dimensional drive. So you can just go between universes. It's cool to see the ring ship back in some form, and it had quite a unique front end to it as compared to the original XCV Enterprise. But yeah, I like the ring ships just fine. I think they're a good precursor to a lot of the Star Trek lore, and it was good to see it back. Don't like Lily, but hey, that's fine.
But that's a you thing, not a Lily thing.
It is. Well, she was a better character. I like her. Just saying.
She was a better character in Lower Decks.
Yes, she was. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's and the fact that it's multi-dimensional, I think that's really cool. Instead of warp, they developed multi-dimensional travel instead. That's neat. It's a nice little interesting feature of this thing that makes it something new and special. So but yeah, it's great. I like the idea behind it. So
I mean, this is kind of playing to the crowd, right? Because we really liked this at the time. I think we told Mike somehow we like this. I don't know, something like that. It was really effective, really clever, great end to the show. And I remember we did a big review about it, and we worked out mid-live how it moved, and it was such like, oh, Stuart, we worked out how the rings docked and de-docked. What? Oh my god! You could see that at such a fun moment. It is, of course, a cheat, Olivia, because it's just this ship and that ship. But actually, there's the game. There's the game. It's a Starfleet. It's alien.
Mhm, mhm.
I don't. I want to be respectful of the fact that it's not the most interesting thing in the world and not give it an S.
Yeah, I was
Because
gonna say A for it personally.
I thought you might say, oh, yes. I was like, oh, I'm going to talk you
No,
down. But yeah, I think
no.
in this particular technicality, I want to give it an A because it's a damn successful. And the amount of revisions and little things, like we didn't work out the rings are really thin, but it really bounces out well, and it really shouldn't. You know, a lot of clever stuff in this that was properly designed.
Mhm.
Yeah. Which is ironic because the one next to it has zero design, like logic design. That wins on pure vibes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, real different. Wonderfully different. Love it. Good choice.
perfect. Do we have PayPal? I don't believe so.
We do, and it confuses me.
Oh, okay.
It's wonderful, but it confuses me. You'll never guess who it's from.
Get Classic for real, probably.
Yes, sirree!
All right, Mr. Classic for real thinks F tier is underpopulated, so here's $10 for the ship in the following link. Did he send you a link?
No.
Perfect. Send us the link. We're going to talk about this one in the meantime.
I guess that's preambling us.
Jellyfish.
Oh.
I like
Vulcan!
the. I mean,
There's
yeah,
alien.
sure.
That's it. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Jellyfish. The spinning features kind of interesting, but is it necessary? Just
Yes.
to make it look dynamic on screen, or is it, you know, I don't like this ship. The cockpit's interesting enough, I guess, but there's not much. Again, it's if you showed it to me, I would not have said Star Trek in any scope of the imagination. This feels like a video game franchise of some kind, and an alien ship at that. It doesn't really feel like, but it's fine. It's a science ship, science vessel of some type. It's small. It's designed for a specific purpose. We got the red matter thing going on. So I don't know. I just wanted to put it in here because I'm not quite sure where I'd want to place it. It's got a uniqueness that fits in with B tier, but my personal bias for it says no to that. But I'm just interested to hear Sam's take on this and see where we'd actually place it in the list.
Yeah, this one is just baggage the ship. And it's sad because it is a genuinely interesting design. And for being just an interesting take on a jellyfish and the rotating thing and the way the particles go out the end and glow, and the interior is there, but I also can see it. I understand how big the ship is because it's actually as
Yeah.
big as and it doesn't. It does spin. It spins fine.
They spin now?
It's well, freaking spin for a decade. For almost two. Oh god, almost 2 decades. Uh,
Holy shit.
I would like to use it in a film just to piss somebody off. Not you. I would piss you off, but like not you specifically. Just piss on it somehow in a film. I don't know
That
how.
would be Captain Foley, and he'd be like, "Is the spinning necessary?"
They just turn it off. They yeah, it's just a button. We're fine. Because it feels like a ship that you could kind of invented it to do anything, like a larger scope, and yeah, fine, whatever. And
You know, pretty impressive as an enemy ship in a swarm. Just seeing all these like
oh god, yeah.
spiraling towards you, a lot of kinetic energy on screen, right?
Can you
Kinetic
imagine
motion.
if it's not obviously true? Imagine if the thing actually was a weapon, as in it was a ship, but it would then fly in, turn around, and the back bit
Yeah,
was
I was just
entirely up.
thinking that. I
Exactly.
was just thinking that.
Because there's so many mass
Feels like a
projection.
smaller Krenim type
Yeah,
ship, like they scaled down their tech.
yeah. Oh god. But it also mass drivers in video games. There's a spinning element that goes. So that I'm
Yep.
visualizing. So as if because there's I can't remember what it's called, but there's a Zoid, who is a leopard, and then whatever, and as it stops, the tail becomes a cannon. And that's is a gimmick, right?
Yeah.
So this feels like it's not. I mean, I'm inventing absolutely everything to keep talking about it. I think conceptually I get it, but it is not remotely Star Trekian. It is technically got a ring, so it is Vulcanish. Just
Does it feel? Does it
okay.
feel more like it would fit in the Orville fleet? I think so,
Yes.
especially with this color and kind of that sea creature kind of vibe. It feels like it would definitely fit in the.
You know what Seth should do? Just make O9 again, but in the Orville universe.
Yes.
And just this, like get the rights from Ryan Church and JJ, like as a joke, because it'd be the exact same thing. Even the interiors would be Orville. And you go back and find the Orville. Oh, that'd be so funny. Like a fan, yeah, it's a bit of a bigger fan film. Just
And Dan says it looks like the submarine from Star Wars.
it looks like
That
the
was,
submarine from Prodigy, Stuart.
yeah.
Because it was.
I think it deserves more than an F, though. Even though
Yes,
we're not the biggest fans. I
it's
would probably.
better than everything in D, Stuart, because it is at least
Yes.
got an identity.
I think it actually deserves a B, to be fair.
See, Stuart's a biased boy, but he will give credit where credit is probably deserved.
Are you fine with a B?
I'm fine with a B. A confusing B, but it has an identity. I do think, though, if we include interiors, I do give it a C. I think interiors are crap. But
I like the chair. I like the shape of the chair.
what, the Death Star chair? Emperor's chair.
Sure, yeah.
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 So Classic Frill threw in $2 and said, "What's more alien than ship?" That's actually a girl. So I take it he sent you a link now.
Oh, finally. Yes, we're playing this joke again. Okay. You know, I'm not going to play this game, Classic. I'm going to turn ChatGPT to make it into a spaceship. Are you buying
Put
this
it up at least.
$139? Goodness. It's Alice Gear, a Gears Megami device. Can she... How many of these do you have in your office, by the way? Or your home? Tell me. Reveal yourself. How many of these you own? So yeah, do something else while I make more of a joke out of this because it deserves more of a joke. In a good way.
Well, throw it up so I can see it and we can talk about it
Okay,
until you
hold
get
on.
the replacement.
I'm getting crap resolution images, so let me phone if that's fine. I've got Photoshop. Stupid Photoshop. You dickhead. Gosh, if you were a Zoids fan, man, I'd love to do a ranking all the Zoids. So many great ones. Because this is very much a Zoids design. Like I see so much of the Death Sora. No, not Death Sora, the Juno There you go.
Still don't. Oh, there we go. Well, it's not Star Trek, so it's immediately disqualified until Sam's comes in. So it's only Star Trek ships today, Classic. Sorry. They're just mech suits, man. I don't know what to tell you. We would give this an F or just move it off the board because it's not Star Trek, but see what Sam comes up with here and see if there's something that we could do with it. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this anime stuff.
It does look like it could kick some ass. The fact that she has no air shield, it's like she'll die super quick. So if it's only an atmosphere, but then she couldn't go that fast either.
Maybe there's an energy shield that pops up. I could see it being all orange and like hexagons in front of her face, and I don't know. Perfect. And Olivia, we'll get to your other one in a second, Olivia, but she throws in $2 and says, "By the way, happy upcoming birthday, Stuart." Thank you. Yes, Thursday is my birthday this week.
Woo!
So
Excellent.
thank you.
Excellent.
And Dan points out not Trek. Correct. Correct. But it's classic for real, so we'll entertain it for a moment.
Yes.
But it's an automatic F, this one.
So therefore I'm being silly and taking his silly and yeah. Waiting for it to generate now.
Yeah, that's fine. 24 of you here, 30 likes. We did hit our 30 goal, but can we get any higher? How high can we go? I don't know. Have you hit like? If not, please hit like. And Super Chat or PayPal in with your ship suggestions. Had some really great, fantastic ones this time, so keep it up.
Then Classic appeared. Joking. Remind us, Stuart, when are the lives you're doing this week? When are the days you're available?
Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe Wednesday night. I'll do a pre-birthday one. We'll see. But Thursday and Friday not. So we're not doing our typical TOS review. That'll return next week, I guess. And it'll be Balance of Terror, I believe, is next. So let me check for sure to be certain.
As this is our last week of the month.
Yeah.
This month has been a bit of a thing. I will do lives on Thursday and Friday anyway. Try and help out the channel.
There you go.
So tune in. I have some ideas. They're joining for them.
We should redo the wall behind you at some point. People can put in for that. I think it'd be cool.
It would indeed. It has been discussed. All right, here is a Star Trek fighter version. Just as the man intended. Ha ha ha.
Actually, pretty good.
There you go. The key is just throw all those designs with ChatGPT and it works. Ha!
It's got the Star Trek kind of feel to it. It's got that nice clean white with the red striping, which looks great. Looks like it's a transformable one, which is also kind of cool. Star Trek needs more transformable type things. Just saying. Yep.
Would you fly this into battle?
Sure. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like this, actually. The cockpit's pretty good. Bold of it. No, yeah, this actually kind of works for me because and this is entirely me optionally adding. I see it as the legs are part of the engine module at the back, and when it's in warp mode or just more normal traveling in the atmosphere, they go down because they've got like phaser. I was adding details aren't there, but I'm adding phaser strips so they go forward firing. And so in the atmosphere, it can do more of a hovering thing, and the blade is a phaser lance. Ha ha! And kill everybody. Pew pew.
F. Because it doesn't actually exist.
Whereby realism and reality of okay then.
He wanted an F. He even said in the thing. Okay. Fine, let's fill up F. So there you go. As much as ChatGPT kind of made it work, it's got to be an F. Sorry. Next up, we got Olivia, $5. Fine, F tier, the fake Dauntless from Star Trek Voyager. Ah, yes.
That's not F tier.
Sam really likes this design, Olivia. So I don't know. I'll have to battle it. And to be fair, it's a very unique design. It's got interesting curves. Rick did a fine job with this. I think it's better than the one we see in Prodigy, if I'm honest. And you know, NX-01, that could have been tweaked. I mean, I realized Enterprise wasn't a thing yet, but it's fine. Experimental, interesting new drive. It's got a lot of plasma balls inside in the engineering room. At least one big one. Yeah, I got some plasma balls too. I could build my own engineering room. It's great. Aside from that, though, it feels like the next iterative step for Starfleet design in a way, especially for experimental stuff. You even see elements of the Delta Flyer in the wing a little bit with the red impulse there. Somewhat. So there's some interesting ideas there. As much as I hate it, this picture actually makes it look really good from the side. So it's the other angles I'm not the biggest fan of. But if I saw this, I'd be like, that's kind of cool. That's all I'll say about that. It's also a fake ship, so it should be F immediately. But anyway,
it's an alien ship. Alien.
What?
Alien.
Oh, sure.
And the fact the outside didn't change says something. Not sure what it says, but it says something. I mean, its design in this rationale is as good as the Krenim. You kidding? Of course it is. But also, because you're getting all the Trekisms that kind of go along with it. So it's definitely cheating, because you're best of both worlds. Ha ha ha. I will concede lowest to B because it's fantastic.
Lowest to B.
And that's me being quite gracious. Not really.
Looking at the stuff in B, it fits. It's got that kind of organic uniqueness to it.
I would say it's better than the bug and the ring, though. There's more going on that makes more interesting sense than just a ring.
I'll put it in S if you want.
No, it's too Federation to be
okay.
S. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Decor is better because it's more cohesively interesting. But it's also cohesively interestingly Federation. Like I say, it's a cheat within a cheat. So the lowest it'll be is B because it is pretty great, at least to me. Thanks, Olivia. It doesn't get enough love. It's not like I can use it in a film either because it's a one-off cheap like tourist ship. Not like it's
Sure.
Oh, use it again.
Well, next up we've got
Oh.
oh, hold on. No, stop. Alexa, stop.
Oh, Raj. Nice.
All right, so next up we got Classic for Real, who throws in a $5 PayPal and says he wants either V'ger or Whale Probe. Choice is yours. We threw in $5, so we can do both.
Yeah,
so
2-4, man. Good shout.
V'ger.
Good shouts.
And this feels like a plant. I can't think of it right now. It's got like a hard kind of shell that it like breaks open and releases its seeds. It's got that kind of look to it. And it's very ornate, very extravagant, a little bit extra. It's got some really great glowy bits that are all like lightningy like this. And it looks intimidating and imposing. So absolutely, this is a very special ship because it did kick off the Star Trek movies. Never really see it in the fucking original movie, but they had an idea for it. Finally became a thing. And I like it. Feels very submarine like. It feels like it fit in the world of Sequest DSV as like even an alien type sub. But yeah, it works. Or torpedo of some kind.
Well, I think unfortunately, the bias of what I know it is pulls away from. I 100% will see what you mean about the submarine. I get it, but all I see is this giant cathedral, mammoth, epic, glowing. I'm so broken into that. I don't know. I knew what the ship was before Trekyards, and that was like 17. Doing this for a long time now, or something. Well, no, I'm gonna be third year. 9, 20. Anyway, I also saw sketches of it, and then from the first time I saw it, I remember you could 100% track the journey. There's no ambiguity. They didn't design the outside and then the stuff. They designed the main view first, and then the sub bits, but you just never saw the outside fully. So it's fully consistent, which is why there's no love lost between all the pieces. So I love that I know it because I've seen it, and we've been in front of it, but we've my brain right now is having a moment. Which is the front again?
The one on the left-hand side. Big orifice thing.
Yeah, but they fly past the other bit first, don't they?
Maybe.
But that must be the front then, because they are going forwards.
Well, this is the front though, so I don't know what to tell you. I never get, and see, when I watched the motion picture when I was younger, I never got the sense they were flying over a ship. I got the sense they're flying inside of a ship. So those elements you see, I don't see as the outside of the ship. And now of course you have to because
Truth. Yeah. So the exact opposite mental picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's so basic because it is, right? It's quick sketch, but the intricacy of it is fun. I'm not gonna be the most like whoa, because it is great, but it isn't. There's something, whatever about it. I'll happily say A. I think it is still special.
Yep.
But I think B is also very fair because it is missing something of a groundedness, but it's also a hyper alien god ship. So it's able to be something kind of weird. That makes sense.
I was thinking A, so I'm going to go with that because as much as it fits the theme of B with the curviness of it To me, I'm gonna say A just because it is a little bit special, especially in a little Star Trek. Um, and then next up, of course, is the whale probe, which is so simple, it's not even funny. There's not much going on, let's be honest. Interesting texturing, just a long rod in space, a big black rod in space with one ball.
And it'll fuck you. It'll fuck you hard.
It'll drain all your energy. It's got more stamina than you.
It'll just suck you dry.
And it just makes weird fucking noises.
And you will listen.
So there's not much going on here. It's not going to get the same status for me anywhere near what Feature was. Feature, like I said, is more ornate, more thought out, more designed. This is much more simplistic, especially when the ball is retracted. It's just a quiet, it just roams through space, no lights, just almost disappears in the blackness of space. So design wise, the simplicity is fantastic. That's what makes it work. But at the same time, it's not going to get any special bonus points or tiers for that simpleness, I don't think, in my mind. So it's not an F. That's all I'm going to say. I want to hear what Sam has to say about this. I know he's worked with this in a fan film, or will be. You haven't released that yet, have you?
No, it's one of the big ones.
So
Big
no, you haven't
ones are
released it yet.
rather big.
Yeah, and I want to see that one. So get it done, bitch.
Me too.
Perfect.
I mean, it's just so it's so je ne sais quoi. Or being a giant cigar. I mean, it's a stroke of artistic genius, right?
Mhm.
It's nonsensically simple, and yet for whatever reason, the way it was textured, the way it was whatever, there was lit, it gives you all of the feeling that a this shape shouldn't give you. Right? I mean, I'm sure it's in some small way harkening to the obelisk from 2001.
Yeah, probably.
That ultra simplicity, but the ball and the light is so there's three elements of it, and they're all perfect for what they're trying to do, which makes no sense. It's so simple, and there's so few shapes in sci-fi which are so simple yet so effective. I would consider this one of them. Yeah, it is more than the sum of its parts. And when you put a more modern ship against the ball, it's so fun to the scale. It's not as big as you think. And then you realize the ball is only one very small part of the whole thing, and the ship's actually. And there's one shot.
You say small, but the ball is pretty big.
Yeah, but put next to a sovereign, it doesn't have the same oomph. The sovereign is a giant percentage of it. I say giant, some, not most of it. But then if you're trying to fly it past a ship, I've done it a few times. You've got you got your ship, and it's like it keeps the scene is a bit embarrassingly long, and I did a shot where it's meant to zoom away, and the speed I had to have the thing move was absurd to have the effect because it was so long and big and thick and ribbed.
And girthy, yeah.
No, it's proportionate.
Oh.
So I think at least a B, just for its pure workingisms. As daft as it is, it's so excellent.
Let me see. Let me see. I was not thinking B. See, everything in B is more designed.
But this is perfect simplicity.
Okay, what would it be? It's fine. I don't want to argue about it. It's K today is telling me it's definitely an F. Trust him.
Trust
But
me. Trust you how? What? What?
I don't necessarily agree, but it's going to go with B. That rhymed. It's K today says Jemadar bug ship needs moved up on the list. Totally disagree with you, but you do have the power to move things on this list.
I haven't done that in a while.
$5.
Or $2.50 on PayPal? Would we dare?
Nope, it's going to be 5 on each because I don't.
You don't trust people.
Homie, don't play that. It's going to be $5 either on PayPal or Super Chat to move it up or down a tier. You tell us if you want to move it up 2 tiers, that's $10. Simple as that. But the bug ship does not deserve to be higher at all on the list. Sorry. I mean, you everybody's entitled to be wrong once or twice, and you're absolutely wrong in this case. So, yep. We had a whole discussion, and he asked when he came in. He says, "Why? How did the one in S tier get up there?" It's like we had a discussion. It's there for a reason.
The debate was had. We gotta trust ourselves. Yeah. Yeah.
It's all on the public record, as it were. Go back and watch that part, and you'll understand why we put it there.
That's why it's funny to go back and look at the reviews for TNG, where you wouldn't necessarily think that after the fact.
Yeah.
But then we've actually, that's what we fully thought through and gave at the time. So you gotta trust your past you somewhat, because we knew a lot.
B is full, Dan. We can shuffle things if we need to.
Hmm.
We only have like 15 minutes left anyway, so if anybody wants to throw any in, now's the time. Hopefully they're not Bs, so we don't have to shuffle the Bs around a little bit. But
Well, I dare you then, guys, to find some Fs. Find some genuinely terrible.
and well, Classic for Real throws in $5. Says, okay, fine, you're welcome. Okay, today. Okay, I'll move the bug ship then. Move it one tier. There was no instructions, so it's going to go down to C tier. So now you fucked him, Classic for Real. K today has to pay another $5 to move it back up to where it was. I'm sorry. It's just the rules. You have to say whether you're going up or down.
Playing
I know, I understand K today said it should go up, but you didn't clarify, Classic. I'm sorry. Those are the rules. They're made up on the fly.
I like it. You're keeping them on their toes.
Yeah.
I like it.
And now there's room in B. It solves
Oh
a lot
my-
of problems.
Stuart, that was a public service you just did. I think, you know what? For lateral thinking, Stuart and Classic get a round of applause. Well done, chaps. You've done the great koala's work.
To be fair, moving it up would have also made room in B. But
well, we're here now, Stuart. Let's not dwell. Let's not dwell.
Yeah.
All right, let me throw one in. I've got to pop out for like 35 seconds. I'm going to throw this one in.
I should copy this and paste this in here so we know it got moved down.
Yes. To keep things on track, keep things on the rails. So we'd love to get another 5 on PayPal, guys. We're really, really cool. It's just super, super cool. Or 10, or 20. I'll throw in this one. This is a famous one back in like 15 seconds.
Wow. A famous one that I don't recognize. Sweet. It's green. Okay. 27 of you here, 32 likes. That's great. 2 of you hit the like button since last time I asked. Can we hit 35? 3 more likes. Let's get to 35 if we can. That'd be amazing. Sorry, Kay, today. I still love you, even though you're wrong. Captain Foley is a stern captain, but fair. This is true, Devo. This is true. So this is a famous ship that I don't recognize, so it must be super famous. Awesome.
It is. It's the one that made the NX-01 phase power and destroy a moon. Or remember, it was the first enemy they fought in Enterprise, bar the Klingons. They put a thing on the ship that then interfered with the phase cannons. They tried to do like 1% of a phase cannon onto the moon. It destroyed a little tip of a rigid asteroid and ended up destroying that entire peak. Really cool sequence. And then it turns out that was their spy thing. And then they end up using they disabled the spy thing, then reused it to supercharge the phases again to fire against them because they were super overwhelmingly powerful. And so the funny thing is they gave them the ability to destroy their own ship. It's like the first episode they fought Enterprise.
Sure. Don't remember seeing the ship, but that's fine. It is a nice design.
It's not necessarily a ship in the shadows, but it's darkly lit. It's a vibes ship. So the shape, I get why you wouldn't remember it per se. And it's quite a while ago.
Yeah. I do like the shapes though, and the glows are great. If we had seen it in this kind of detail, I probably would have remembered it. Can't say as I do though, so hey. It definitely feels like other ships we've looked at today as far as kind of a generic kind of shape. Definitely feels like a ship of the week for sure. But It's got some uniqueness to it. So, hmm, I think I might know where I want to put it, but I'm interested to hear your thoughts on it, sir.
Generic is not the word. Interesting is not the word. I would
That's it.
say it gives off, it's almost like a helmet from an insectoid race if it were to be deeper. You know, it gives you a vibe of that in slightly insectoid, slightly aggressive look, but not too much. They're doing a lot of stuff with the lighting of the glassy glow bits. That's them trying to show off versus the actual plating, which is very simple, but it is nice enough. There's a bit more thought put in, it feels like, to the white bits that glow. So it's a reasonably good enterprise model, like whatever, but still being straightforward. It could definitely be in like Space Above and Beyond. It could be in Stargate as a random ship. I think it's comparable to the Night ship in terms of what it's doing. I think Night has a better design language and it's certainly more unique. So I think that's better than this. I don't love this ship. I think you could justifiably saying in B or C for either being low B or high C, so kind of like wherever you think. But it doesn't wow me. But it is different to everything we've seen so far. That's why I want to throw it in. It's like sort of green, sharp, harsh, alien-y Guru vibes.
Well, I was going to say C, so I'm glad you kind of clarified all that. Uh, I do really like it though, but
Did they, Dan? The reason for E2? Huh. Was that those ones that fired against the... Did they? I don't remember that. Or someone attacked them, but...
Yeah, actually, when it's lined up there with the other ones in C, besides the bug ship, which is should be an F, it's very clearly kind of just matches. Yeah,
But
good call.
Classic put in 250, which is 1, because you know what? Half for 1 is absolutely the name of the game as well. He puts in another Classic.
Alice.
Yes. I like her.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about Alice. I don't like the colors.
Oh,
The
I like the colours. Oh.
aquamarine or turquoise doesn't really work for me. I mean, it's very unique in the world of Star Trek. You don't really see ships this color, so that's great. It, I don't know, the guns, the fins, they just feel very rudimentary, and I don't think that necessarily works in this case. I wish it was more of an integrated kind of design, but it's very simple. It's very simplistic. It just feels very kitbashy and thrown together with various parts. So it's not my biggest, like, I'm not the biggest fan of this thing, but yeah, it's got the same cockpit window as like every other fucking shuttle ever. It's reused so often, but the side window is unique, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Alice.
Rip.
Right, I need to look at the other ships here to kind of decide where I want to put. I think I know where I want to put it, but talk about it. What do you think of Alice? You like the color, you said.
Yeah, I do. I think it's fun. It's kind of fun that it's a... What's his name? Paris did it himself. You know?
Classic says, still want a girl that's actually an alien ship, so here you go. Perfect, Alice.
I like it.
I like it.
Now, this benefits from being that hybrid of they physically had to build it, so it has to be a certain bulk.
Yes.
But it's also the single new... Well, I've got to take single new thing in the whole episode, so they could put time and work in, spend a lot of time around it. I do agree, certainly, that the rudimentary shapes of the guns don't... Well, the units don't fly with how the front looks. But also, they are weapon pieces next to a ship piece. Clearly removable, tweakable, whatever. So it makes sense. And obviously, it wouldn't have originally been blue. It was all a different colour. So he chose what to accent. I kind of like the abstract. There's a lot of details on the Voyager sets, which have this chunky square just in the middle of a curve. So that actually reflects that. I think it's the story of Alice, what it can do, which is a lot. This thing beats Voyager. It wins against Voyager's tech. It's it's not tight. It's a very small shuttle. This thing out measures anything in Voyager with a pilot, right? With a designated control interface unit. So it would lovely to see this thing come back or do something else. You know, could it take on a Vorcha? Don't know, maybe. I mean, well, I guess Intro probably could as well. She's like just an effective piece of kit. I do like the fins. I'm not really a Johnny's fin guy, but does that help accent it? Yeah, I would certainly have curved out the gun ports more. But I mean,
they need to be more integrated. Like, bring them in closer, even. Like, I don't know.
yeah, yeah. But I think she's above C, just for personality as well. I like the Steth one. I say they're comparable in terms of like good in different ways, while being much simpler, of course.
So you want it above C. So in B.
Put it in between. I think it's right in between.
In betwixt. I want to put it in D, so I don't know.
Okay, well then C then. That's fine. I'll take that.
Perfect.
Yeah. Right there with the bug ship. Makes sense to me. But she'd be great to see in a fan film just pop up. You'd be like, oh no.
Yeah, but what would be the justification for that? Could you actually like explain that?
Maybe. Yes. Alternate universes. That's what you always do. That's fun that we can have. Yeah. I like it.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Well, we got like 4 minutes left. If anybody else has one to throw in, please do so. We will cover it. But I'm kind of liking the list so far. I don't know if anything needs to be tweaked.
And that's the thing, when you have unique ones on top of unique ones, it creates such a fun...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's really, Yeah, no Burrell, no Vorcha, no... Now, first, if you only had us have the famous ones, then you couldn't have more BS, because it would not make a good comparison, at least in my opinion. Almost like you need to do just a famous version, as in only most famous ships. You know, kind of force the harsh comparison.
Yep. Now, okay, our audience is really bad for not doing the stuff on the thumbnail. Is there anything on the thumbnail that actually was used? Because I don't have a copy of the thumbnail today.
Bam.
Because that's not
Deredex. D5. The disease ship from TNG the Ball. Creme Time ship. Borg Renegade ship.
But you put the time ship in, so that's not fair.
The Hierarchy ship. Which was also a mistake. We didn't actually ask that. We did it wrong. And the Bajoran other ship. So, one I put in, one we wrongly put in, and one that's close to one that was put in. Yeah!
And when Olivia said the Bajoran ship, that's what the one I was picturing we were going to get. So
nah, that's the attack ship.
Gotcha.
Yes.
All right. Well,
yeah, I think we learned up today, and it's really fun to put the Titans in as well. Put the old
oh yeah,
Vega and Whale Probe.
See, I think Doomsday Machine would be further down on the list. If you were going to do just Titans, I think Doomsday Machine would be under the Whale Probe, and maybe a D. Just because it's such a simple, not awesome design. You know.
I don't think anyone's actually ever done what it was originally.
No. I like to see the Whale Probe and the Doomsday Machine square off, though. Because the Doomsday or the Whale Probe could just like ram itself into just plug it up. So when the Doomsday Machine fires, it like backfires and destroys the Doomsday Machine, and Whale Probe's just like, motherfucker. Womp, 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 womp.
Oh, damn. That'd be quite dramatic.
It looks like Classic sent the last one, and it's okay, I'm changing my PayPal. I just sent to the Bajoran thing.
Love it. Love it.
Let's see what his PayPal says, but that'll be the last one, guys.
So what's his non-PayPal that we're then going to ignore for the one he just changed it to?
I'm reading it. Is throwing out a last one as chat's choice. Okay, well, there you go.
Well, technically he was in the chat, so he took his own choice.
This I like. I'm not a fan of Bajoran stuff, but I really like this design. I think it, again, it feels John Evesy. It feels X-Plane-y. I feel like I need to explain the X-Plane-y thing. X-Planes, experimental plane prototypes. If it kind of has that feel, it feels very aerodynamic. Doesn't necessarily feel like a starship, but I like the shapes here. Uh, it feels, it almost feels like it could be from Buck Rogers or like another franchise. But as far as Bajoran things go, I don't like Bajoran things. So this one's won me over the years. It's a nice looking ship. There you go. That's my spiel.
Yeah, it's not breaking the mold,
Mm.
which is fine, right? It works.
Mhm.
It fits.
Mm.
Hmm.
I know where I want to put it. So
It's a good sleek, and I actually really it's antithetical to what your brain says. But when looking, I do generally quite enjoy the fact that it's got a hard edge to the wing, which goes against your mental interpretation of aerodynamic. But it works. Look, it's curved. It helps there was a physical model first, they then built in 3D. So
yeah.
they're like, we're going to build this as well. Awesome. And they did. It's a good job.
So on the count of three,
Oh,
which tier are we going to put it in?
okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
B.
C.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I don't know. That's fine. I was kind of debating flip-flopping between the two. I'm happy to put it in. Oh, what the fuck? I'm happy to put it in B because I kind of like it more than I don't know. I don't know. And
I
just
feel like you
for
didn't need much
just
to talk you up, is what I'm going to be honest.
no,
Yeah, you're
just for
welcome.
K today, I'm going to move the bug ship up to A
Oh,
as we close out here. Such a nice, generous man that
oh,
I
what
am.
what a lad you are. What an absolute lad.
I know, right?
And I think I deserve a $10 super just for that.
I don't get enough credit for how nice I am.
That might be true.
I'm going to put this right there because I come across as gruff and mean a
Wait, what do
lot.
you move? Oh, yes.
Move that up, and then there you go. That's our final list. So
Hot damn! You heard it here first, people.
you're welcome, Kate. Today, if you're still here, probably left all frustrated, and pissed off, and
Eh,
never got to see
eh.
never got
Not
to
really.
see what he wanted. Anyway,
No, thank you guys. Appreciate
thank you
it.
all.
We do these to have fun, to talk ships. But
And
we need,
shit.
it's true. We need your
Ships and
support, so
shit.
thanks for everyone who has and does and will. Tune in for the rest of this week. We intend to do some fun content there the whole week. And we'll see what I end up doing in the days that Stuart can't do, because I'm excited about that. Not you not being there, of course, but having some unique fun with you guys. Always excited. Oh,
He's
hi!
excited for me.
Darkin. Hello.
He's excited for me not to be here. So
Oh, and go watch our this last weekend's bit went by. It's a new style of video. Did you watch it? Let us know. It's a fundamental
discussion
question
piece. Yeah.
on Trek ships. 810 views, which is not great, but better than Star Wars. 22 comments, 108 likes. Put your comment in. Put your view in. You'd like to see that? Do some fun stuff.
And until next time, everyone. He is Commander Cockings.
He's got a Foley.
See ya.
Bye, guys.